Hey y'all, Toad here. Well, everybody's yard has a place where everything ends up where there's no place. And this is kind of mine. Back corner of the yard here, and it's where I keep the gray one's a generator, the brown one is a small block Chevrolet engine, and that's an outboard on the rack there. And I just need to clean this spot up because we got yet another new thing we're going to be doing around here. So we're just going to start cleaning this mess up and we'll see how it ends up. Okay, there's the rabbit hutch, and I'm going to move it over a little bit more. I got to get around that cable pylon, and I'll move it over just a tad. But there's dogs. One dog right on the other side of that fence, a couple of dogs I told you about on the other side of that fence, and the cage. You can see, well, there's my hand for scale, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of hard to scale how big it is, but it's probably 4 feet wide, 2 feet deep, 2 feet tall, and it's up underneath this tree. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and there's no sun back here. So it'll catch a little sun. It's shaded by the shed and stuff in the morning. It'll catch sun, then none. And then as the day progresses, no afternoon and evening sun. It's all, you know, these old vines, and this tree is up here. I don't know what kind of tree that is, but I'll give you a look. Maybe you can tell me what kind of tree it is. It's got little thorns on the end of the thing. So there's room for this hutch here. And then there's room for another one right next to it. And if I move all the water tanks behind the shed, there's room for actually 3 comfortably right here. But there you go. Said I'd show it to you. And there it is. Well, we're still working on reclaiming this messy area back here where the rabbits are going to be. Big thing was getting this area next to the shed all cleaned up. And I forgot I had this big slab of cypress. That thing is huge. Got to get that out of there and decide what to do with it. But, you know, got the area around the cage cleaned up. This is all pressure treated lumber that was just kind of stacked in here and was all overgrown. So it's coming along, little by little. Well, there we are at the end of today. Just got some of that wood up there drying. I see that strongback is all bent, but other stuff is in really good shape. And might make some sawhorses out of that. And we got it cleaned out as much as we're gonna for now. But that's where the compost bunker is going to go. We're going to use some of those 4x4s that I've been hanging around here for years to build a little compost bunker right there, because hopefully there'll be another hutch right there at some point. And then we're going to start cleaning that hairy mess, because in and amongst those vines are some great blackberry bushes. Vines, whatever you want to call them, and we're going to surgically remove all the non-blackberry vines there and see if we can't get blackberries to grow all along this part of the fence, at least up to the wood pile. But yep, hopefully the next thing I'll show you is the bunker. We get it done. Hutch is all leveled, just got to affix it to the fence, and we're moving right along. See, over here in the herb garden, where that big volunteer squash, I think it is living. This is where we've been putting our compost for years. And now that we're going to try and use it more, this isn't going to work. And so we needed to move it. When this guy started to grow, we started putting the compost in that bucket a few days ago. But anyway, we just needed not only a better place that didn't suck up garden space, but we needed something that that would just produce more, because there's going to be more garden coming. Let's go take a look. Okay, well, this is my idea. Just basically a compost bunker. It's about 2 feet wide, maybe a tad more. Its size was pretty much denoted by how far I wanted to have that rabbit hutch and the one that's coming apart, and just what extra wood I had laying around. These are actually just cut-off pieces that I liberated from a construction site. A lot of times you go to a construction site and just ask. They'll give you these cut-offs 2, 3, 4 feet long, and that's where these came from. And they're just stacked. There's some little stringers holding them together there I made out of melamine that I had laying around, and they'll be attached later to the legs. Then of course the whole kit and caboodle will be attached to the fence, so it'll be all one unit. Same thing with the future second hutch, so it'll be all one structure. And the idea is to build a ramp of some sort underneath here, a solid one, so when Brer Rabbit drops his pellets, they just kind of go and drop right in there. That's the idea anyway. We'll see how it goes.